Question 1. Insurance principles and concepts. Which principle ensures that the insured is restored to the same financial position after loss without allowing for profit from the insurance claim? A. Subrogation. B. Insurable interest. C. Indemnity. D. Utmost good faith. Correct answer. C. Indemnity. Explanation. The principle of indemnity is fundamental in insurance, aiming to make the insured whole again, i.e., to restore them to the same financial position they were in before the loss occurred. This principle prevents the insured from profiting from an insurance claim. Subrogation A. allows insurers to pursue a third party that caused an insurance loss. Insurable interest. B. requires the insured to have a stake in the insured item or person. And utmost good faith. D. means all parties must act honestly and disclose all relevant information. Question 2. Scenario-based question. Homeowners insurance. Mr. Thompson's home in Little Rock, Arkansas, is insured under an HO3 policy. During a severe storm, a tree falls and damages both his house and his detached garage. Which coverages under his homeowner's policy would be applicable, and what actions should Mr. Thompson take immediately following the incident? A. Coverage. And coverage B. Mr. Thompson should repair the damages immediately without notifying his insurer. B. Coverage A and coverage B. Mr. Thompson should document the damage and notify his insurer and follow their instructions. C. Coverage C and coverage D. Mr. Thompson should secure the property and wait for an adjuster without documenting the damages. D. Coverage E and coverage F. Mr. Thompson should repair the damages and then file a claim for reimbursement. Correct answer. B. Coverage and coverage B. Mr. Thompson should document the damage, notify his insurer, and follow their instructions. Explanation. Under an HO3 policy, coverage A provides protection for the dwelling itself, while coverage B covers other structures on the property, such as a detached garage. After an incident, the insured should document all damages, notify the insurer promptly, and follow the insurer's instructions for the claims process. Coverage C and coverage D relate to personal property and loss of use, respectively, and coverage E and coverage F pertain to personal liability and medical payments to others, which are not applicable in this scenario. Question 3. Personal auto policy PAP. Under the personal auto policy in Arkansas, what coverage applies when the insured is legally responsible for injuries and property damage caused to others in an automobile accident? A. Medical payments coverage, Part B. B. Uninsured and underinsured motorist coverage, Part C. C. Liability coverage, Part D. Coverage for damage to your auto, Part D. Correct answer. C. Liability coverage. Part A. Explanation. Liability coverage. Part A. Under a personal auto policy, PAP is designed to cover the insured's legal responsibility for bodily injury and property damage caused to others in an automobile accident. This includes legal defense costs if the insured is sued. Medical payments coverage. Part B pays for medical expenses for the insured and passengers. Uninsured and underinsured motorist coverage. Part C protects against damages caused by a driver with insufficient or no insurance and coverage for damage to your auto. Part D deals with physical damage to the insured's vehicle. Question 4. Flood insurance. What is the primary reason why standard homeowners insurance policies do not cover flood damage? A. Flood damage is considered a predictable and inevitable event. B. Flood damage can be covered under the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP. C. Flood damage is only covered if specifically included in the policy. D. Homeowners insurance only covers sudden and accidental damages. Correct answer. B. Flood damage can be covered under the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP. Explanation. Standard homeowners insurance policies exclude flood damage because it is covered under a separate program, the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP. This program was established by the federal government to provide flood insurance to property owners in flood-prone areas. Predictability and inevitability do not specifically address the exclusion, while C and D are not accurate as they do not reflect the NFIP's role in providing this specific coverage. Question 5. Dwelling policy DP. Which of the following perils is covered under EUN basic form policy? A. Earthquake. B. War. C. Vandalism. D. Nuclear hazard. Correct answer. C. Vandalism. Explanation. EON basic form policy covers specific named perils, including fire, lightning, and internal explosion. It can also cover vandalism if the vandalism and malicious mischief (VMM) endorsement is added. Earthquake A, warp B, and nuclear hazard D are typically excluded perils. Question 6. Personal auto policy PAP. Under the Arkansas Personal Auto Policy, what coverage applies if an insured's vehicle is stolen and later recovered with significant damage? A. Liability coverage. Part B. Medical payments coverage. Part B. C. Uninsured and underinsured motorist coverage. Part C. D. Coverage for damage to your auto. Part D. Correct answer. D. Coverage for damage to your auto. Part D. Explanation. Coverage for damage to your auto. Part D includes comprehensive coverage, which applies to losses other than collisions, such as theft, fire, vandalism, and natural disasters. If the insured's vehicle is stolen and damaged, this coverage would apply. Liability coverage, A, and medical payments coverage, B, do not address vehicle theft, while uninsured and underinsured motorist coverage, C, pertains to accidents involving drivers with insufficient or no insurance. Question 7. Personal umbrella policy. What is a significant benefit of having a personal umbrella policy in Arkansas? A. It replaces the need for auto and homeowners insurance. B. It provides liability coverage that exceeds the limits of underlying policies. It covers physical damage to the insured's property. D. Is required by Arkansas state law for all homeowners. Correct answer. B. It provides liability coverage that exceeds the limits of underlying policies. Explanation. The personal umbrella policy offers additional liability coverage beyond the limits of the insured's existing auto and homeowners policies. This policy is designed to protect against major claims and lawsuits, ensuring broader financial protection. It does not replace primary insurance, they cover physical damage to property, C, nor is it mandated by state law, D. Question 8. Inland marine insurance. Which type of property would typically be covered under an inland marine insurance policy? A. Personal residence. B. Automobiles. C. Valuable jewelry. D. Business office building. Correct answer. C. Valuable jewelry. Explanation. Inland marine insurance is designed to cover personal property that is movable or in transit, as well as specialized types of property with high value. Valuable jewelry fits this category, as it often requires more specific coverage than standard homeowners policies provide. Personal residences, A, automobiles, B, and business office buildings, D, are not typically covered under inland marine insurance, but under homeowners, auto, and commercial property policies, respectively. Question 9. Ethics in insurance. What is a key ethical consideration for insurance agents when recommending policies to clients in Arkansas? A. Maximizing their commission. B. Offering the cheapest policy available. C. Ensuring the policy meets the client's needs and objectives. D. Recommending policies based on the agent's personal preferences. Correct answer. C. Ensuring the policy meets the client's needs and objectives. Explanation. Ethically, insurance agents must prioritize the best interests of their clients by recommending policies that align with the client's needs and financial objectives. This includes conducting thorough needs assessments and providing suitable coverage options. Maximizing commission, A, or offering the cheapest policy, B, might not address clients' needs, and recommending policies based on personal preferences, D, is not a sound practice. Question 10. Claims handling in Arkansas. What is the primary purpose of the claims investigation process conducted by insurance companies? A. To delay the settlement of claims. B. To determine the legitimacy and extent of the claim. C. To find reasons to deny the claim. D. To ensure the policyholder has accurate policy details. Correct answer. B. To determine the legitimacy and extent of the claim. Explanation. The primary purpose of the claims investigation process is to assess the validity of the claim and the extent of the damage or loss. This involves gathering facts, reviewing documentation, and ensuring that the claim is covered under the policy terms. Delaying settlements, A, or finding reasons to deny claims, C, are not appropriate purposes, and ensuring policy details, D, is part of policy issuance, not claims investigation. Question 11. Emerging issues in personal lines insurance. How is the rise of autonomous vehicles expected to impact personal auto policies in Arkansas? A. Autonomous vehicles will eliminate the need for personal auto policies. B. Personal auto policies will need to adapt to cover new types of risks associated with autonomous vehicles. C. Autonomous vehicles will reduce all auto insurance premiums by 50%. D. Personal auto policies will remain unchanged as autonomous vehicles are fully covered by manufacturers. Correct answer. B. Personal auto policies will need to adapt to cover new types of risks associated with autonomous vehicles. Explanation: as autonomous vehicles become more prevalent, personal auto policies must evolve to address the unique risks they present, such as technology failures, cybersecurity threats, and questions of liability. These policies will need to consider how fault and liability are determined when a vehicle operates independently. The assertion that autonomous vehicles will eliminate the need for insurance, A, or significantly reduce premiums, C, is speculative, and manufacturers covering all risks, D, is unrealistic. Question 12. Health insurance overview. Which type of health insurance plan in Arkansas typically requires members to use healthcare providers within a specific network to receive coverage? A. Preferred Provider Organization (EPO). B. High Deductible Health HHP. C. Health Maintenance Organization (ATEMOR). D. Exclusive Provider Organization (EPO). Correct answer: C. Health Maintenance Organization (HMO). Explanation: health maintenance organizations (HMOs) typically require members to use healthcare providers within their specific network to receive coverage except in emergencies. This network-based approach helps control costs but can limit flexibility. PPOS offer more flexibility in choosing providers, but a higher cost. HDHPS. B. A high deductible plans often paired with health savings accounts. HSAS and POSD combine features of HMOS and PPOS, offering network-based care but without out-of-network coverage except in emergencies. Question 13. Personal liability insurance. What does personal liability insurance typically cover for policyholders in Arkansas? A. Damage to the policyholder's own property. B. Legal liability for bodily injury and property damage to others. C. Personal medical expenses. D. Business-related liabilities. Correct answer: B. Legal liability for bodily injury and property damage to others. Explanation: personal liability insurance covers the policyholder's legal liability for bodily injury and property damage caused to others. It includes legal defense costs and any settlements or judgments up to policy limits. It does not cover damage to the policyholder's own property. A. Personal medical expenses. C. Or business-related liabilities. D. Which are covered under other types of policies. Question 14. Earthquake insurance. Why might homeowners in Arkansas consider purchasing earthquake insurance even though it is not required? A. Standard homeowners policies cover earthquake damage. B. Arkansas is located along the New Madrid seismic zone. C. Earthquake insurance covers all types of natural disasters. D. Earthquake insurance is cheaper than standard homeowners insurance. Correct answer: B. Arkansas is located along the New Madrid seismic zone. Explanation: homeowners in Arkansas might consider purchasing earthquake insurance because the state is located along the New Madrid seismic zone, which has the potential for significant seismic activity. Standard homeowners policies do not cover earthquake damage. Yet earthquake insurance specifically covers seismic events and not all natural disasters. C. And while it provides crucial coverage, it is not necessarily cheaper than standard homeowners insurance. D. Question 15. Insurance regulation. What is the role of the Arkansas Insurance Department in regulating insurance practices? A. To sell insurance policies to residents. B. To represent insurers in legal matters. C. To ensure compliance with state insurance laws and protect consumers. D. To determine the premiums for all insurance policies. Correct answer: C. To ensure compliance with state insurance laws and protect consumers. Explanation: the Arkansas Insurance Department is responsible for regulating the insurance industry within the state to ensure compliance with state laws and protect consumers. This includes licensing insurers and agents, approving policy forms, and investigating consumer complaints. The department does not sell policies. A. Represent insurers. B. Or set premiums. D. Which are determined by insurers based on risk and regulatory guidelines. Question 16. Personal auto policy PAP. Under Arkansas law, what minimum liability coverage limits must be included in a personal auto policy? A. 10-20-10. B. 25-50-25. C. 30-60-30. D. 5150. Correct answer. B. 25, 50, 25. Explanation. Arkansas state law requires personal auto policies to include minimum liability coverage limits of $25,000 per person for bodily injury, $50,000 per accident for bodily injury, and $25,000 per accident for property damage. 25. These limits ensure that drivers have sufficient coverage to pay for damages and injuries they may cause in an accident. Question 17. Inland marine insurance. What type of endorsement under an inland marine policy provides coverage for high-value personal items like fine art or jewelry? A. Scheduled personal property endorsement. B. Earthquake endorsement. C. Flood endorsement. D. Home business endorsement. Correct answer. A. Scheduled personal property endorsement. Explanation. A scheduled personal property endorsement under an inland marine policy provides specific coverage for high-value personal items like fine art, jewelry, and collectibles. This endorsement allows policyholders to list individual items and their values, ensuring adequate protection. Earthquake, B. Flood, C. And home business, D. Endorsements address other specific risks and coverages. Question 18. Watercraft insurance. What type of coverage is typically included in a watercraft insurance policy in Arkansas for bodily injury caused by an accident involving the insured boat? A. Physical damage coverage. B. Medical payments coverage. C. Liability coverage. D. Personal property coverage. Correct answer. C. Liability coverage. Explanation. Liability coverage in a watercraft insurance policy covers bodily injury and property damage for which the insured is legally responsible due to an accident involving their boat. It includes legal defense costs and any settlements or judgments up to the policy limits. Physical damage coverage. A. Covers damage to the boat itself. Medical payments coverage. B. Pays for medical expenses of the insured and passengers. And personal property coverage. D. Covers personal items on the boat. Question 19. Claims handling. What is the importance of timely claims reporting by policyholders in Arkansas? A. It allows the insurer to increase premiums immediately. B. It ensures the claim is processed efficiently and helps prevent further damage. C. It gives the insurer time to investigate other unrelated claims. D. It eliminates the need for documentation and evidence. Correct answer. B. It ensures the claim is processed efficiently and helps prevent further damage. Explanation. Timely reporting of claims by policyholders is crucial because it allows the insurer to promptly initiate the claims process, assess the damage, and take necessary steps to prevent further loss or damage. Timely reporting helps ensure a smoother and more efficient claims process. It does not affect premiums immediately. A. Is not related to other claims. C. And does not eliminate the need for proper documentation and evidence. D. Question 20. Emerging issues in personal lines insurance. How might climate change impact the underwriting practices for homeowners insurance in Arkansas? A. It will decrease premiums for all policyholders. B. It will eliminate the need for flood insurance. C. It will increase the frequency and severity of claims, leading to stricter underwriting criteria. D. It will have no impact on underwriting practices. Correct answer. C. It will increase the frequency and severity of claims, leading to stricter underwriting criteria. Explanation. Climate change is expected to increase the frequency and severity of weather-related events, such as storms, floods, and wildfires. This increased risk will likely lead to stricter underwriting criteria for homeowners insurance, higher premiums, and more careful risk assessments by insurers. It will not decrease premiums. A. Eliminate the need for flood insurance. B. Or have no impact on underwriting practices. D. Question 21. Personal umbrella policy. What is the purpose of the self-insured retention in a personal umbrella policy? A. Acts as a deductible that the policyholder must pay before the umbrella coverage applies. B. It replaces the primary insurance coverage. C. It reduces the premium for the primary policy. D. It covers physical damage to the policyholder's property. Correct answer. A. It acts as a deductible that the policyholder must pay before the umbrella coverage applies. Explanation. The self-insured retention in a personal umbrella policy functions as a deductible that the policyholder must pay out of pocket before the umbrella coverage begins to pay. It applies when the umbrella policy covers a loss not covered by the primary policies. The SIR does not replace primary insurance. B. Reduce primary policy premiums. C. Or cover physical damage to the policyholder's property. D. Question 22. Homeowners insurance. Which coverage part of a homeowner's policy provides payment for additional living expenses if a covered loss makes the insured residence uninhabitable? A. Coverage dwelling. B. Coverage B. Other structures. C. Coverage C. Personal property. D. Coverage D. Loss of use. Correct answer. D. Coverage D. Loss of use. Explanation. Coverage D. Loss of use pays for additional living expenses incurred if a covered loss makes the insured residence uninhabitable. This includes costs for temporary housing, meals, and other living expenses. Coverage A applies to the dwelling itself, coverage B to other structures on the property, and coverage C to personal property. Question 23. Flood insurance. In Arkansas, what is the increased cost of compliance act coverage in a national flood insurance program and FIP policy? A. It covers the cost to rebuild a home after flood. B. It provides additional funds for property owners to comply with local floodplain management laws. C. It pays for temporary housing after a flood. D. It covers damage to personal property caused by a flood. Correct answer. B. It provides additional funds for property owners to comply with local floodplain management laws. Explanation. Increased cost of compliance act coverage provides additional funds for property owners to comply with local floodplain management laws and regulations. This might include elevating, relocating, or demolishing a flood-damaged structure to reduce future flood risk. ICC does not cover rebuilding costs, say, temporary housing, C, or personal property damage, D, which are covered under other parts of the NFIP policy. Question 24. Inland marine insurance scenario question. Mr. Thompson is a photographer based in Little Rock, Arkansas, who frequently travels with expensive camera equipment. He wants to ensure his equipment is covered both at home and while traveling. What type of policy should Mr. Thompson consider, and why? Homeowners insurance. B. Personal auto policy. C. Inland marine insurance. D. Health insurance. Correct answer. C. Inland marine insurance. Explanation. Mr. Thompson should consider an inland marine insurance policy because it is specifically designed to cover personal property that is movable or in transit. This type of policy is ideal for high-value items like camera equipment that are frequently transported and used in various locations. Homeowners insurance may provide limited coverage for personal property but often has restrictions on items away from home. Personal auto policy B does not cover personal property, and health insurance D is unrelated to property coverage. Question 25. Personal auto policy PAP. Under Arkansas law, what is the purpose of uninsured underinsured motorist coverage? Part C in a personal auto policy. A. To cover medical expenses for the insured and passengers regardless of fault. B. To pay for damages to the insured vehicle caused by a collision. C. To provide coverage when the at-fault driver does not have sufficient insurance. D. To pay for towing and labor costs. Correct answer. C. To provide coverage when the at-fault driver does not have sufficient insurance. Explanation. Uninsured underinsured motorist coverage. Part C provides protection when the insured is involved in an accident with a driver who either has no insurance or insufficient insurance to cover the damages. This coverage helps pay for medical expenses, lost wages, and other damages. Medical payments coverage. A. Addresses medical expenses regardless of fault. Collision coverage. B. Covers vehicle damage, and towing and labor costs. D. Are typically optional coverages. Question 26. Homeowners insurance. Which of the following is a standard exclusion in a homeowner's insurance policy in Arkansas? A. Fire damage. B. Windstorm damage. C. Earthquake damage. D. Theft. Correct answer. C. Earthquake damage. Explanation. Earthquake damage is a standard exclusion in homeowners insurance policies. Policyholders must purchase separate earthquake insurance or add an endorsement to cover this peril. Fire damage, A. Windstorm damage, B. And theft, D. Are typically covered under standard homeowners policies. Question 27. Personal umbrella policy. How does a personal umbrella policy provide protection beyond the limits of underlying insurance policies in Arkansas? A. It covers only property damage. B. It provides additional liability coverage for both personal and business activities. C. It covers risks excluded by primary policies. D. That extends the limits of existing liability coverage and provides broader protection. Correct answer: D. That extends the limits of existing liability coverage and provides broader protection. Explanation: a personal umbrella policy extends the liability coverage limits of underlying insurance policies, such as homeowners and auto policies, and provides broader protection. It covers personal liability claims that exceed the limits of primary policies and can include coverage for certain risks excluded by those policies. It does not cover only property damage, A, nor does it typically cover business activities, B, unless specifically endorsed. Coverage of excluded risks, C, is possible but not the primary purpose. Question 20. Insurance principles and concepts. What principle of insurance is demonstrated when an insurer indemnifies a policyholder for a covered loss? A. Principle of utmost good faith. B. Principle of insurable interest. C. Principle of indemnity. D. Principle of subrogation. Correct answer: C. Principle of indemnity. Explanation: the principle of indemnity ensures that the insured is restored to the financial position they were in before the loss occurred without profiting from the insurance claim. This principle is fundamental to insurance contracts, emphasizing the insurer's role in compensating for covered losses. The principle of utmost good faith, they involves honesty and full disclosure. The principle of insurable interest, B, requires a legitimate interest in the insured property, and the principle of subrogation, D, allows the insurer to pursue recovery from third parties responsible for the loss. Question 29. Claims handling. In the claims handling process, what is the significance of a reservation of rights letter issued by an insurer in Arkansas? A. It denies the claim outright. B. It informs the insured that the claim is covered in full. C. It notifies the insured that the insurer is investigating the claim while reserving the right to deny coverage later. D. It offers a settlement amount to the insured. Correct answer: C. It notifies the insured that the insurer is investigating the claim while reserving the right to deny coverage later. Explanation: a reservation of rights letter informs the insured that the insurer is proceeding with investigating the claim but reserves the right to deny coverage based on the findings. This letter protects the insurer by allowing them to conduct a thorough investigation without waiving any policy defenses. It does not deny a claim outright. A. Confirm full coverage. B. Or offer a settlement. D. Question 30. Inland marine insurance. What type of inland marine policy provides coverage for items such as fine art, musical instruments, and rare collectibles? A. Personal articles floater. B. Homeowners insurance. C. Dwelling policy. D. Health insurance. Correct answer: A. Personal articles floater. Explanation: a personal articles floater is an inland marine policy that provides coverage for high-value items like fine art, musical instruments, and rare collectibles. This policy allows these items to be insured individually for their appraised values, offering broader and more specific protection than standard homeowners insurance. Dwelling policies, C, cover structures and not personal property, and health insurance, D, is unrelated to property coverage. Question 31. Insurance principles and concepts. What principle is demonstrated when an insurer denies a claim due to misrepresentation by the insured during the application process? A. Principle of indemnity. B. Principle of utmost good faith. C. Principle of subrogation. D. Principle of insurable interest. Correct answer: B. Principle of utmost good faith. Explanation: the principle of utmost good faith requires both parties in an insurance contract to act honestly and disclose all relevant information. If the insured misrepresents or withholds material facts during the application process, the insurer has the right to deny the claim based on this principle. The principle of indemnity, A, relates to compensation without profit. The principle of subrogation, C, involves the insurer pursuing recovery from third parties, and the principle of insurable interest, D, requires a legitimate interest in the insured property. Question 32. personal auto policy PAP, which coverage part of a personal auto policy PAP in Arkansas provides protection for the insured vehicle against damage caused by an accident. A. Part liability coverage. B. Part B, medical payments coverage. C. Part C, uninsured under insured motorist coverage. D. Part D, coverage for damage to your auto. Correct answer, D. Part D, coverage for damage to your auto. Explanation: Part D, coverage for damage to your auto provides protection for the insured vehicle against damage caused by an accident. It includes collision coverage, which pays for damage resulting from a collision with another vehicle or object, and comprehensive coverage, which pays for damage from non-collision events like theft, fire, or natural disasters. Part A covers liability, Part B covers medical payments, and Part C covers uninsured and insured motorist incidents. Question 33. Flood insurance. Mrs. Rodriguez lives in a high-risk flood zone in Arkansas. Her lender requires her to purchase flood insurance. What primary program should she consider, and what are its key components? A. Homeowners insurance policy. B. National Flood Insurance Program and FIP. C. Earthquake insurance policy. D. Inland marine insurance. Correct answer, B. National Flood Insurance Program and FIP. Explanation: Mrs. Rodriguez should consider the National Flood Insurance Program and FIP, which provides flood insurance to property owners in high-risk flood zones. Key components of NFIP policies include building property coverage, personal property coverage, and increased cost of compliance coverage. Homeowners insurance typically excludes flood damage. Earthquake insurance. C. Covers seismic events and inland marine insurance. D. Covers personal property in transit. Question 34. Personal umbrella policy. How does a personal umbrella policy in Arkansas typically respond if the underlying auto policy limits are exhausted due to a significant liability claim? A. It denies further coverage. B. It extends coverage to pay for the remaining liability up to its limits. C. It increases the deductible of the auto policy. D. It provides physical damage coverage for the insured vehicle. Correct answer, B. It extends coverage to pay for the remaining liability up to its limits. Explanation: a personal umbrella policy provides additional liability coverage once the limits of the underlying auto policy are exhausted. It extends coverage to pay for the remaining liability up to the umbrella policy's limits. This type of policy does not deny further coverage, increase the auto policy deductible, C, or provide physical damage coverage for the vehicle, D. Question 35. Insurance regulation. Which entity is responsible for overseeing and enforcing insurance laws and regulations in Arkansas? A. National Association of Insurance Commissioners, NAIC. B. Federal Insurance Office, FIO. C. Arkansas Insurance Department. D. Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, CA. Correct answer, C. Arkansas Insurance Department. Explanation: the Arkansas Insurance Department is responsible for overseeing and enforcing insurance laws and regulations within the state. It ensures that insurers operate fairly and comply with state laws, protects consumers, and maintains the stability of the insurance market. The NAICA provides national standards and coordination. The FIOB monitors the insurance industry at the federal level, and the CFPB focuses on consumer financial protection but not specifically on insurance regulation. Question 36. Claims handling in Arkansas. What is the significance of a proof of loss form in the claims process? A. It serves as the initial notice of a claim. B. It is used by the insurer to calculate the premium. C. It documents the details of a loss and supports the claim. D. It replaces the need for an adjuster's inspection. Correct answer, C. It documents the details of a loss and supports the claim. Explanation: a proof of loss form is a crucial document in the claims process that details the circumstances and extent of a loss, supporting the claim made by the insured. It provides essential information that helps the insurer evaluate and settle the claim. It is not the initial notice of a claim, A, used to calculate the premium, B, or a replacement for an adjuster's inspection, D. Question 37. Homeowners insurance. What is the primary purpose of the personal liability coverage E, in a homeowner's insurance policy? A. To cover medical expenses for the policyholder. B. To protect against liability claims for bodily injury and property damage caused by the insured. C. To pay for repairs to the insured's home. D. To cover losses from natural disasters. Correct answer: B. To protect against liability claims for bodily injury and property damage caused by the insured. Explanation: Coverage E. Personal liability in a homeowner's insurance policy protects the insured against liability claims for bodily injury and property damage caused to others. It includes legal defense costs and any settlements or judgments up to the policy limits. This coverage does not pay for the policyholder's medical expenses, A. Repairs to the insured's home, C. Or losses from natural disasters, D. Which are covered under other parts of the policy. Question 38. Personal auto policy PAP. In Arkansas, what is the impact of a policyholder's fault in an accident on their personal auto policy premiums? A. Premiums remain unchanged. B. Premiums are reduced as a reward for driving. C. Premiums may increase due to the at-fault accident. D. Premiums are capped by state law and cannot increase. Correct answer: C. Premiums may increase due to the at-fault accident. Explanation: In Arkansas, if a policyholder is at fault in an accident, their personal auto policy premiums may increase. This is because insurers consider the risk associated with the policyholder's driving record when determining premiums. Premiums do not remain unchanged. A. Reduces a reward for driving. B. Or are capped by state law. D. In cases of at-fault accidents. Question 39. Insurance principles and concepts. What principle is applied when an insurer seeks to recover costs from a third party who caused a loss to the insured? A. Principle of indemnity. B. Principle of utmost good faith. C. Principle of subrogation. D. Principle of insurable interest. Correct answer: C. Principle of subrogation. Explanation: The principle of subrogation allows an insurer to step into the shoes of the insured and seek recovery from a third party who caused the loss. This ensures that the party responsible for the loss ultimately pays for the damages, rather than the insurer or insured bearing the full financial burden. The principle of indemnity, A. Ensures compensation without profit. The principle of utmost good faith, B. Requires honesty and disclosure. And the principle of insurable interest, D. Necessitates a legitimate interest in the insured property. Question 40. Personal auto policy PAP. Under Arkansas law, which of the following is not typically covered under the uninsured and insured motorist coverage? Part C of a personal auto policy. A. Bodily injury to the insured caused by an uninsured driver. B. Property damage to the insured vehicle caused by an underinsured driver. C. Medical expenses for passengers injured by an uninsured driver. D. Personal property stolen from the insured vehicle. Correct answer: D. Personal property stolen from the insured vehicle. Explanation: Uninsured and underinsured motorist coverage, Part C, typically covers bodily injury to the insured and passengers and property damage to the insured vehicle caused by uninsured or underinsured drivers. It does not cover personal property stolen from the insured vehicle, which would fall under comprehensive coverage or a separate personal property policy. Question 41. Homeowners insurance. Mr. Evans' home in Fayetteville, Arkansas, is severely damaged by a fire. His homeowner's policy includes a replacement cost endorsement. What will his insurance company provide under this endorsement? A. The actual cash value of the damaged property. B. The cost to repair or replace the property without depreciation. C. The market value of the home at the time of loss. D. The assessed value for property tax purposes. Correct answer: B. The cost to repair or replace the property without depreciation. Explanation: With a replacement cost endorsement, the insurance company will cover the cost to repair or replace the damaged property without deducting for depreciation. This ensures that Mr. Evans can restore his home to its original condition before the fire. Actual cash value, A, includes depreciation. Market value, C, reflects the selling price, and assessed value, D, pertains to property taxes. Question 42. Personal umbrella policy. What is the primary function of a self-insured retention cert in a personal umbrella policy? A. To increase the premium of the umbrella policy. B. To provide a deductible that must be paid before umbrella coverage applies. C. To extend the coverage limits of underlying policies. D. To cover physical damage to the insured's property. Correct answer: B. To provide a deductible that must be paid before umbrella coverage applies. Explanation. Self-insured retentions in a personal umbrella policy functions as a deductible that the insured must pay out of pocket before the umbrella coverage kicks in. This ensures that the insured shares in the cost of claims before the umbrella policy provides additional coverage. It does not increase the premium, may extend underlying policy limits, C, or cover physical damage to property, D. Question 43. Inland marine insurance. Which type of inland marine policy is suitable for covering a valuable stamp collection that is frequently exhibited at various locations? A. Personal articles floater. B. Homeowners insurance. C. Dwelling policy. D. Personal auto policy. Correct answer A. Personal articles floater. Explanation. A personal articles floater is designed to cover valuable items such as a stamp collection, providing protection regardless of location. This policy is ideal for items that are frequently exhibited or moved, ensuring comprehensive coverage. Homeowners insurance, B, may provide limited coverage. Dwelling policy, C, is for structures, and personal auto policy, D, does not cover personal property. Question 44. Claims handling. What is the primary role of an adjuster during the claims process in Arkansas? A. To deny all claims. B. To assess the extent of the insured's loss and facilitate the settlement. C. To sell new insurance policies. D. To calculate the insured's premiums. Correct answer B. To assess the extent of the insured's loss and facilitate the settlement. Explanation. The primary role of an adjuster is to assess the extent of the insured's loss and facilitate the settlement of the claim. Adjusters investigate claims, determine coverage, evaluate damages, and negotiate settlements. They do not deny all claims. A. Sell policies. C. Or calculate premiums. D. Question 45. Flood insurance. In Arkansas, which component of the National Flood Insurance Program (NFIP) covers the cost to comply with floodplain management laws after a severe flood? A. Building property coverage. B. Personal property coverage. C. Increased cost of compliance. D. Loss of use coverage. Correct answer C. Increased cost of compliance. Explanation. The increased cost of compliance coverage within the NFIP provides additional funds to help property owners comply with local floodplain management laws after a severe flood. This might include elevating, relocating, or demolishing the structure. Building property coverage. A. Covers the structure itself. Personal property coverage. B. Covers contents and loss of use. D. Is not a standard NFIP component. Question 46. Earthquake insurance. What is a primary characteristic of an earthquake insurance policy in Arkansas? A. Low deductibles. B. Coverage for wear and tear. C. High deductibles based on a percentage of the insured value. D. Coverage for flood damage. Correct answer C. High deductibles based on a percentage of the insured value. Explanation. Earthquake insurance policies typically have high deductibles based on a percentage of the insured value, reflecting the substantial risk and potential for catastrophic loss. These policies do not cover wear and tear. B. Or flood damage. D. And deductibles are generally not low. A. Due to the high-risk nature of earthquakes. Question 47. Watercraft insurance. MS. Lewis owns a small boat and wants to ensure she has coverage for liability in case of an accident on the water in Arkansas. Which type of coverage should she look for in her watercraft insurance policy? A. Physical damage coverage. B. Medical payments coverage. C. Liability coverage. D. Uninsured boaters coverage. Correct answer C. Liability coverage. Explanation. MS. Lewis should look for liability coverage in her watercraft insurance policy, which provides protection against claims for bodily injury and property damage she may cause to others while operating her boat. Physical damage coverage. A. Covers damage to her boat. Medical payments coverage. B. Covers medical expenses and uninsured boaters coverage. D. Provides protection if she is hit by an uninsured boater. Question 40. Personal auto policy PAP. Under Arkansas law, which of the following is covered under medical payments coverage? Part B of a personal auto policy. A. Funeral expenses for the insured. B. Damage to the insured's vehicle. C. Legal defense costs in a liability claim. D. Lost wages due to an accident. Correct answer A. Funeral expenses for the insured. Explanation. Medical payments coverage. Part B of a personal auto policy covers reasonable and necessary medical and funeral expenses incurred by the insured and passengers as a result of an auto accident, regardless of fault. This coverage does not include damage to the insured's vehicle, B, legal defense costs, C, or lost wages, D. Question 49. Homeowners insurance. Mr. Johnson has an HO3 homeowners policy in Arkansas. During a windstorm, a tree falls on his house, causing significant damage, which part of his policy will cover the cost of repairs to his home, a coverage dwelling. B, coverage B, other structures. C, coverage C, personal property. D, coverage D, loss of use. Correct answer, A, coverage dwelling. Explanation, coverage dwelling in the HO3 homeowners policy covers the cost of repairs to the home itself due to damage from covered perils such as a windstorm. This part of the policy ensures that the structure of the house, including walls, roof, and attached structures, is repaired or rebuilt. Coverage B covers other structures like detached garages. Coverage C covers personal property, and coverage D covers additional living expenses if the home is uninhabitable. Question 50. Ethics in insurance. What is a key requirement for maintaining ethical standards in the insurance industry according to Arkansas regulations? A, offering the lowest possible premiums. B, ensuring accurate and complete disclosure of policy terms. C, denying all claims to maintain profitability. D, selling as many policies as possible regardless of customer needs. Correct answer, B, ensuring accurate and complete disclosure of policy terms. Explanation. Maintaining ethical standards in the insurance industry requires ensuring accurate and complete disclosure of policy terms to customers. This transparency helps consumers make informed decisions and prevents misunderstandings or disputes. Offering the lowest possible premiums and selling as many policies as possible regardless of needs, D, are not ethical requirements, and denying all claims, C, would be unethical and illegal. Question 51. Personal umbrella policy. How does a personal umbrella policy typically interact with underlying liability policies? A, it replaces underlying policies. B, it provides primary coverage. C, it provides excess coverage once the underlying limits are exhausted. D, it only covers property damage. Correct answer, C, it provides excess coverage once the underlying limits are exhausted. Explanation. A personal umbrella policy provides excess coverage, which means it kicks in after the underlying liability limits, such as those of auto or homeowners insurance, are exhausted. This type of policy offers additional liability protection, ensuring higher levels of coverage for significant claims. It does not replace underlying policies. A, provide primary coverage. B, or solely cover property damage. D. Question 52. Flood insurance. MS. Cartha's home in Little Rock, Arkansas, is damaged by a flood. She has a national flood insurance program and NFIP policy. What part of her policy will cover the damage to her home's foundation? A, building property coverage. B, personal property coverage. C, increased cost of compliance. D, loss of use coverage. Correct answer, A, building property coverage. Explanation. Building property coverage under an NFIP policy covers structural elements of the home, including the foundation, electrical systems, plumbing, and HVAC systems. This coverage ensures that the essential components of the home are repaired or replaced after a flood. Personal property coverage. B, covers contents. C covers costs to comply with floodplain management laws, and loss of use coverage. D is not part of NFIP. Question 53. Inland marine insurance. Which type of inland marine coverage is appropriate for protecting a high-value painting while it is being transported to an art gallery? A, personal effects coverage. B, personal articles floater. C, dwelling policy. D, homeowners insurance. Correct answer, B, personal articles floater. Explanation. A personal articles floater is designed to cover high-value items like paintings, providing protection during transportation and at various locations. This policy ensures comprehensive coverage for the painting while it is being transported to an art gallery. Personal effects coverage, typically covers personal belongings when traveling. Dwelling policy, C, covers the home structure, and homeowners insurance, D, may offer limited coverage for personal property. Question 54. Insurance regulation. What is the primary function of the Arkansas Insurance Department? A, to set insurance premiums. B, to enforce insurance laws and regulations. C. To sell insurance policies. D. To represent insurance companies. Correct answer. B. To enforce insurance laws and regulations. Explanation. The primary function of the Arkansas Insurance Department is to enforce insurance laws and regulations to protect consumers and ensure the integrity of the insurance market. This includes overseeing the licensing of insurance professionals, investigating complaints, and ensuring compliance with state laws. The department does not set premiums A, sell policies C, or represent insurance companies D. Question 55. Ethics in insurance. Mr. Davis, an insurance agent in Arkansas, is faced with a situation where disclosing a policy exclusion might cause him to lose the sale. According to ethical guidelines, what should Mr. Davis do? A. Omit the exclusion to secure the sale. B. Disclose the exclusion to the potential client. C. Offer a discount to offset the exclusion. D. Refer the client to another agent. Correct answer. B. Disclose the exclusion to the potential client. Explanation. Ethical guidelines require insurance agents to fully disclose all policy terms, including exclusions to potential clients. Mr. Davis should inform the client of the exclusion to ensure transparency and honesty, even if it means losing the sale. Omitting information A is unethical offering. A discount C does not address the need for transparency, and referring to another agent D avoids the responsibility of disclosure. Question 56. Personal auto policy PAP. In Arkansas, which of the following is excluded from coverage under the liability coverage Part A of a personal auto policy? A. Bodily injury caused to a pedestrian by the insured. B. Property damage caused to another vehicle by the insured. C. Bodily injury caused to a passenger in the insured's vehicle. D. Intentional damage caused by the insured to another vehicle. Correct answer. D. Intentional damage caused by the insured to another vehicle. Explanation. Liability coverage Part A of a personal auto policy excludes intentional acts. If the insured intentionally causes damage to another vehicle, it is not covered. Liability coverage typically covers bodily injury to pedestrians, A. Property damage to other vehicles, B. And bodily injury to passengers in the insured's vehicle, C. Question 57. Homeowners insurance. Under an HO5 homeowners policy in Arkansas, which type of personal property is typically covered against all perils unless specifically excluded? A. Jewelry. B. Furniture. C. Pets. D. Motor vehicles. Correct answer. B. Furniture. Explanation. An HO5 homeowners policy provides comprehensive coverage for personal property against all perils unless specifically excluded. Furniture is typically covered, while items like jewelry may have limited coverage and require endorsements A. Pets are not covered C. And motor vehicles D are excluded from homeowners insurance. Question 58. Personal umbrella policy. Mrs. Smith in Bentonville, Arkansas, has a personal umbrella policy with a self-insured retention of $10,000. She is sued for $500,000 in damages after an accident, and her underlying auto policy covers $300,000. How much will her umbrella policy pay after the SIR is applied? A. $200,000. B. $190,000. C. $210,000. D. $300,000. Correct answer. B. $190,000. Explanation. Mrs. Smith's umbrella policy will cover the amount exceeding the underlying auto policy limit after the SIR is applied. The total damages are $500,000, with $300,000 covered by the auto policy. The remaining $200,000 is subject to the SIR of $10,000, leaving $190,000 to be paid by the umbrella policy. Question 59. Inland marine insurance. Which of the following best describes the purpose of inland marine insurance in Arkansas? A. To cover stationary structures like homes. B. To cover mobile property and personal belongings. C. To provide flood insurance. D. To insure against earthquake damage. Correct answer. B. To cover mobile property and personal belongings. Explanation. Inland marine insurance is designed to cover mobile property and personal belongings that are not typically covered under standard homeowners or commercial property policies. This includes items such as jewelry, artwork, and equipment that may be frequently moved or used in different locations. Question 60. Claims handling. which of the following is a key step in the claims investigation process for a personal lines insurance policy in Arkansas? A. Denying the claim without review. B. Evaluating the extent of the loss. C. Setting new premium rates for the policyholder. D. Selling additional coverage. Correct answer: B. Evaluating the extent of the loss. Explanation: a key step in the claims investigation process is evaluating the extent of the loss. This involves assessing the damage, determining coverage applicability, and estimating the repair or replacement costs. Denying the claim without review. A. Is improper. Setting new premium rates. C. Is unrelated to the claims process, and selling additional coverage. D. Is not part of the investigation. Question 61. Earthquake insurance. Which of the following is generally covered under an earthquake insurance policy in Arkansas? A. Flood damage resulting from a tsunami. B. Structural damage to the dwelling caused by an earthquake. C. Personal liability claims arising from an earthquake. D. Damage to motor vehicles. Correct answer: B. Structural damage to the dwelling caused by an earthquake. Explanation: earthquake insurance typically covers structural damage to the dwelling caused by an earthquake. Flood damage from a tsunami is generally covered under a separate flood insurance policy. Personal liability claims, C, are not included in earthquake coverage, and damage to motor vehicles, D, is covered under auto insurance policies, not earthquake insurance. Question 62. Insurance principles and concepts. What is the principle of indemnity in the context of personal lines insurance in Arkansas? A. The insurer will pay the policyholder's medical expenses regardless of the cause of injury. B. The policyholder will receive a profit from the insurance claim. C. The insurer will restore the policyholder to the same financial position as before the loss. D. The policyholder must pay a fixed premium amount annually. Correct answer: C. The insurer will restore the policyholder to the same financial position as before the loss. Explanation: the principle of indemnity means that the insurer will restore the policyholder to the same financial position they were in before the loss occurred without allowing them to profit from the claim. This principle ensures that insurance provides financial protection and compensation without creating a profit incentive for policyholders. Question 63. Homeowners insurance. Mr. Thompson has an Hawthorne renters insurance policy in Arkansas. A fire damages his rented apartment and destroys his personal belongings. Which part of his policy will cover the replacement of his personal property? A. Coverage. Dwelling. B. Coverage. B. Other structures. C. Coverage. C. Personal property. D. Coverage. D. Loss of use. Correct answer: C. Coverage. C. Personal property. Explanation: an Hawthorne renters insurance policy primarily provides coverage C. Personal property to protect the tenant's belongings against covered perils like fire. This coverage will replace or repair personal property damaged or destroyed in the fire. Coverage A, C, and coverage B. B apply to structures which are the landlord's responsibility, and coverage D. D covers additional living expenses if the apartment is uninhabitable. Question 64. Personal liability insurance. In Arkansas, which of the following incidents would be covered under personal liability insurance in a homeowner's policy? A. Damage to the policyholder's own home. B. Injury to a guest caused by a fall on the policyholder's property. C. Damage to the policyholder's vehicle. D. Theft of the policyholder's personal property. Correct answer: B. Injury to a guest caused by a fall on the policyholder's property. Explanation: personal liability insurance in a homeowner's policy covers legal liability for bodily injury or property damage to others, such as injury to a guest caused by a fall on the policyholder's property. Damage to the policyholder's home and vehicle C are covered under other parts of the policy, and theft of personal property D is covered under personal property coverage. Question 65. Health insurance overview. What is a key characteristic of a high deductible health AHP in Arkansas? A. Low out-of-pocket costs for routine visits. B. Eligibility to contribute to a health savings account HSA. C. Coverage for all medical expenses without any deductible. D. Premiums are typically higher than standard plans. Correct answer: B. Eligibility to contribute to a health savings account HSA. Explanation: a key characteristic of a high-deductible health AHP is that it allows eligibility to contribute to a health savings account HSA, which provides tax advantages for saving medical expenses. HDHPS have higher deductibles compared to standard plans, leading to lower premiums. D. They do not cover all medical expenses without a deductible. C. An out-of-pocket costs for routine visits. A. Can be higher until the deductible is met. Question 66. Watercraft insurance. Which of the following is typically covered under the liability coverage of a watercraft insurance policy in Arkansas? A. Damage to the policyholder's own boat. B. Bodily injury to a passenger on another boat caused by the policyholder's boat. C. Routine maintenance costs of the boat. D. Loss of fishing equipment due to theft. Correct answer: B. Bodily injury to a passenger on another boat caused by the policyholder's boat. Explanation: liability coverage in a watercraft insurance policy covers bodily injury or property damage that the policyholder is legally responsible for causing to others. This includes injuries to passengers on other boats caused by the policyholder's boat. Damage to the policyholder's own boat. A. Is covered under physical damage coverage. Routine maintenance costs. C. Are not covered by insurance, and theft of fishing equipment. D. May be covered under a personal property endorsement. Question 67. Claims handling in Arkansas. What is the primary role of a claims adjuster during the insurance claims process? A. To determine the insurance premium. B. To settle the claim in favor of the insurance company. C. To investigate and evaluate the validity and value of the claim. D. To sell additional insurance policies. Correct answer: C. To investigate and evaluate the validity and value of the claim. Explanation: the primary role of a claims adjuster is to investigate and evaluate the validity and value of the claim. This involves assessing the damage, reviewing policy terms, and determining the appropriate amount of compensation. Just as do not determine premiums, they settle claims solely in favor of the insurer. B. Or sell policies. D. Question 68. Homeowners insurance. Brown has an HO6 condominium insurance policy in Arkansas. During a burglary, her personal property is stolen and the walls and built-in appliances in her unit are damaged. Which parts of her policy will respond to these losses? A. Coverage. Dwelling and coverage. C. Personal property. B. Coverage. B. Other structures in coverage. D. Loss of use. C. Coverage. C. Personal property and coverage. D. Loss of use. D. Coverage. Dwelling and coverage. B. Other structures. Correct answer: A. Coverage. Dwelling and coverage. C. Personal property. Explanation: the HO6 policy provides coverage for the interior walls, built-in appliances and fixtures within the condominium unit, and coverage C for personal property. This ensures Ms. Brown is compensated for both the structural damage and the stolen belongings. Coverage B, B and D is for other structures, and coverage D, C applies to additional living expenses if the unit is uninhabitable. Question 69. Personal auto policy PAP. In Arkansas, what is the purpose of the uninsured underinsured motorist coverage, Part C, in a personal auto policy? A. To cover damage to the insured's vehicle from a collision. B. To cover medical expenses for the insured regardless of fault. C. To provide liability coverage for the insured. D. To protect the insured against damages caused by drivers with insufficient or no insurance. Correct answer: D. To protect the insured against damages caused by drivers with insufficient or no insurance. Explanation: uninsured underinsured motorist coverage, Part C, in a personal auto policy protects the insured against damages caused by drivers who have no insurance or insufficient insurance to cover the loss. It provides coverage for medical expenses, lost wages, and other damages resulting from an accident with an uninsured or underinsured driver. It does not cover collision damage to the insured. Question 70. Ethics in insurance. According to ethical standards in Arkansas, what should an insurance agent do if they discover a mistake in a policy that benefits the client? A. Ignore the mistake to avoid potential conflict. B. Inform the client and the insurer of the mistake. C. Charge the client for the mistake. D. Use the mistake as a selling point for more policies. Correct answer: B. Inform the client and the insurer of the mistake. Explanation: ethical standards require insurance agents to act with integrity and honesty. If an agent discovers a mistake in a policy that benefits the client, they must inform both the client and the insurer to correct the error. Ignoring the mistake. A. Charging the client. C. Or using the mistake as a selling point. D. would be unethical and could lead to serious consequences for both the agent and the client. Question 71. Personal umbrella policy. Which of the following is a primary benefit of having a personal umbrella policy in Arkansas? A. It replaces the need for auto and homeowners insurance. B. It provides coverage for routine medical expenses. C. It offers additional liability coverage above existing policies. D. It covers physical damage to personal property. Correct answer. C. It offers additional liability coverage above existing policies. Explanation. A personal umbrella policy provides additional liability coverage beyond the limits of the insured's underlying auto and homeowners policies. It is designed to offer extra protection against significant claims and lawsuits, ensuring financial security for the policyholder. It does not replace auto and homeowners insurance. A. Cover routine medical expenses. B. Or provide physical damage coverage to personal property. D. Question 72. Dwelling policy DP. Which of the following perils is typically covered under D3 special form dwelling policy in Arkansas? A. Flood. B. Earthquake. C. Theft. D. War. Correct answer. C. Theft. Explanation. A E3 special form dwelling policy is an open peril policy that covers all perils except those specifically excluded. Theft is typically covered unless excluded by the policy. Flood. A. An earthquake. B. Requires separate endorsements or policies, and war. D. Is a standard exclusion. Question 73. Inland marine insurance. Mr. Johnson in Little Rock, Arkansas, has a personal articles floater for his valuable jewelry. A piece of jewelry is stolen while he is on vacation overseas. What should he do to ensure coverage under his inland marine policy? A. File a claim with his homeowner's insurance. B. Contact the local police and file a report, then notify his insurance company. C. Purchase additional coverage while overseas. D. Wait until he returns home to report the theft. Correct answer. B. Contact the local police and file a report, then notify his insurance company. Explanation. For coverage under his personal articles floater, Mr. Johnson should contact the local police to file a report and then notify his insurance company. Filing a police report is essential for validating the claim. Homeowners insurance typically doesn't cover valuable items overseas. Purchasing additional coverage while overseas C. isn't necessary if he already has a floater, and waiting until he returns home D. may delay the claim process. Question 74. Flood insurance. Which of the following is NOT covered under the National Flood Insurance Program NFIP in Arkansas? A. Contents of a basement. B. Detached garage. C. Electrical and plumbing systems. D. Personal belongings in living areas. Correct answer. A. Contents of a basement. Explanation. Under the NFIP, coverage for contents in a basement is limited, while the structure itself and essential systems like electrical and plumbing C. are covered. Personal belongings in living areas D. are covered, and a detached garage B. can be covered under a separate limit. However, most personal property kept in basements A is not covered. Correct answer. C. To ensure compliance with state insurance laws and protect consumers. Explanation. The Arkansas Insurance Department regulates the insurance industry to ensure compliance with state laws, protect consumers, and maintain fair practices. It does not sell insurance policies A. Set premiums B. for all companies, or provide legal representation to insurers. D. Question 76. Personal auto policy PAP in Arkansas under personal auto policy PAP. What does medical payments coverage? Part B. Typically cover A. Medical expenses for the insured and passengers injured in an accident. B. Repair costs for damage to the insured vehicle. C. Legal fees in case of a lawsuit. D. Costs of towing the vehicle to a repair shop. Correct answer A. Medical expenses for the insured and passengers injured in an accident. Explanation. Medical payments coverage. Part B. Under personal auto policy covers reasonable medical expenses for the insured and passengers injured in an accident, regardless of fault. It does not cover repair costs. B. Legal fees. C. Or towing expenses. D. Which are covered under other parts of the policy or additional coverage. Question 77. Health insurance overview. MS Lee in Fayetteville, Arkansas, has a preferred provider organization PPO health insurance plan. She requires surgery and chooses a surgeon outside the PPO network. What are the financial implications for MS? A. She will have no coverage for the surgery. B. She will pay high out-of-pocket costs. C. Her premium will increase. D. She will receive reimbursement for all expenses. Correct answer: B. She will pay higher out-of-pocket costs. Explanation: with a PPO plan, choosing an out-of-network provider typically results in higher out-of-pocket costs for MS. While she may still receive some coverage, it will be at a reduced rate compared to using an in-network provider. Option A is incorrect because she may still have some coverage. C is incorrect as her premium is unlikely to change immediately. And D is incorrect because reimbursement rates for out-of-network providers are typically lower. Question 78. Insurance regulation. What is the purpose of licensing requirements for insurance agents and brokers in Arkansas? A. To limit the number of agents and brokers in the state. B. To ensure agents and brokers have specialized knowledge and skills. C. To increase insurance premiums. D. To allow agents and brokers to sell policies without regulation. Correct answer: B. To ensure agents and brokers have specialized knowledge and skills. Explanation: licensing requirements for insurance agents and brokers in Arkansas aim to ensure they possess the necessary knowledge and skills to effectively assist clients and comply with state insurance laws. It does not limit the number of agents they increase premiums. C. Or allow unregulated sales. D. Question 79. Homeowners insurance. Under the HO3 homeowners policy in Arkansas, which of the following types of damage is typically covered? A. Damage caused by a flood. B. Damage resulting from a power outage. C. Damage from normal wear and tear. D. Damage caused by a falling object. Correct answer: D. Damage caused by a falling object. Explanation: an HO3 homeowners policy is a broad form policy that covers a wide range of perils, including damage caused by falling objects. Flood damage. A. Requires separate flood insurance. Power outage damage. B. May not be covered unless specified. And normal wear and tear. C. Is generally excluded from coverage. Question 80. Personal liability insurance. What is the purpose of personal liability insurance in Arkansas? A. To cover medical expenses for the insured and family members. B. To protect the insured against lawsuits for bodily injury or property damage. C. To insure the insured's vehicle against damage. D. To provide coverage for damages caused by natural disasters. Correct answer: B. To protect the insured against lawsuits for bodily injury or property damage. Explanation: personal liability insurance in Arkansas protects policyholders from financial loss if they are sued for causing bodily injury or property damage to others. It does not cover medical expenses, A. vehicle damage, C. or damages from natural disasters, D. which are covered under other types of insurance policies. Question 81. Ethics in insurance. In Arkansas, what ethical considerations should insurance agents prioritize when recommending policies to clients? A. Selling the most expensive policy available. B. Disclosing all relevant information about the policy. C. Persuading clients to purchase unnecessary coverage. D. Withholding information to secure a sale. Correct answer: B. Disclosing all relevant information about the policy. Explanation: ethical considerations for insurance agents in Arkansas require them to disclose all relevant information about policies to clients, ensuring transparency and informed decision-making. Selling the most expensive policy. A. Persuading clients to purchase unnecessary coverage. C. And withholding information. D. Are unethical practices that undermine consumer trust and violate regulatory standards. Question 82. Earthquake insurance. Mrs. Garcia in Jonesboro, Arkansas, is considering purchasing earthquake insurance. What factors should she consider before making this decision? A. The frequency of earthquakes in her area. B. The cost of replacing her home. C. Her credit score. D. The location of her home near water bodies. Correct answer: A. The frequency of earthquakes in her area. Explanation: when considering earthquake insurance in Arkansas, Mrs. Garcia should assess the frequency of earthquakes in her area to evaluate the likelihood of potential damage. Factors such as the cost of replacing her home, B. Her credit score, C. And the location of her home, D. Near water bodies may influence other insurance decisions but are not directly related to earthquake insurance coverage needs. Question 83. Personal auto policy PAP. Under Personal Auto Policy (PAP) in Arkansas, what is the purpose of underinsured motorist coverage? Part C. A. To cover damage to the insured's vehicle in a hit-and-run accident. B. To provide liability coverage for the insured. C. To cover medical expenses for the insured and passengers. D. To protect the insured against damages caused by drivers with insufficient insurance. Correct answer: D. To protect the insured against damages caused by drivers with insufficient insurance. Explanation: underinsured motorist coverage. Part C in a personal auto policy in Arkansas provides coverage when the at-fault driver's liability limits are insufficient to cover the insured's damages. It does not cover damage to the insured's vehicle in a hit-and-run accident. They provide liability coverage, B, or cover medical expenses, C, which are covered under other parts of the policy. Question 84. Health insurance overview. What is a characteristic of a health maintenance organization (HMO) plan in Arkansas? A. Unlimited choice of healthcare providers. B. Referral requirement to C, a specialist. C. High out-of-pocket costs for routine medical care. D. Coverage for all medical expenses without any deductibles. Correct answer: B. Referral requirement to see a specialist. Explanation: a characteristic of HMO plans in Arkansas is the requirement for a primary care physician's referral to see a specialist. This ensures coordinated and cost-effective healthcare services. HMO plans typically do not offer unlimited choice of providers. A. Have lower out-of-pocket costs for routine care. C. Or cover all medical expenses without deductibles. D. Question 85. Dwelling policy DP. An basic form dwelling policy in Arkansas. Which of the following perils is typically covered? A. Theft. B. Windstorm. C. Earthquake. D. Flood. Correct answer: B. Windstorm. Explanation: a basic form dwelling policy in Arkansas typically covers basic perils including windstorm damage. Perils such as theft, A. Earthquake, C. and flood, D. are generally not covered under the basic form policy unless specified by additional endorsements or policies. Question 86. Homeowners insurance. Under HOFOR tenants or renters insurance policy in Arkansas, what does coverage C typically cover? A. Damage to the insured's personal property. B. Liability for bodily injury or property damage. C. Additional living expenses. D. Damage to the rental unit structure. Correct answer: A. Damage to the insured's personal property. Explanation: coverage C under HOFOR tenants or renters insurance policy in Arkansas typically covers damage to the insured's personal property such as furniture, clothing, and electronics caused by covered perils like fire or theft. It does not cover liability. B. Additional living expenses. C. Or damage to the rental unit structure. D. Which are covered under other parts of the policy or additional coverage. Question 87. Personal umbrella policy. What is the purpose of a self-insured retention, sir, in a personal umbrella policy in Arkansas? A. To determine the coverage limits. B. To reduce the insured's deductible. C. To set the premium amount. D. To specify the amount the insured must pay before the umbrella policy responds. Correct answer: D. To specify the amount the insured must pay before the umbrella policy responds. Explanation: a self-insured retention, sir, in a personal umbrella policy in Arkansas specifies the amount that the insured must pay out of pocket before the umbrella policy provides coverage. It is similar to a deductible but applies specifically to the umbrella policy's excess liability coverage. It does not determine coverage limits. A. Reduce deductibles. B. Or set premium amounts. C. Which are determined separately. Question 88. Insurance regulation. Mr. Smith, an insurance agent in Arkansas, receives a complaint from a client regarding a denied claim. What steps should Mr. Smith take to address the complaint? A. Ignore the complaint if the claim was correctly denied. B. Explain the denial and provide the client with appeal options. C. Delay responding to the complaint until the client contacts the insurer. D. Offer the client a discount on future premiums. Correct answer: B. Explain the denial and provide the client with appeal options. Explanation: in Arkansas, insurance agents like Mr. Smith are required to address client complaints promptly and professionally. If a claim is denied, the agent should explain the reason for the denial and inform the client of any appeal options available. Ignoring the complaint, A. Delaying response, C. Or offering discounts, D. does not address the issue effectively and may violate regulatory standards. Question 89. Claims handling. What is the purpose of the duties after an accident or loss? Part A. In a personal auto policy in Arkansas, A. To determine fault in an accident. B. To provide coverage for vehicle repairs. C. To outline the insured's responsibilities after an accident or loss. D. To cover medical expenses for the insured and passengers. Correct answer. C. To outline the insured's responsibilities after an accident or loss. Explanation. Duties after an accident or loss. Part A. In a personal auto policy in Arkansas outlines the insured's responsibilities, such as notifying the insurer promptly, cooperating in the investigation of the claim, and providing necessary documentation. It does not determine fault. A. Provide coverage for repairs. B. Or cover medical expenses. D. Which are covered under other parts of the policy. Question 90. Ethics in insurance. According to ethical standards in Arkansas, how should an insurance agent handle conflicts of interest? A. Prioritize personal gain over client interests. B. Disclose conflicts of interest to clients and avoid actions that could compromise client interests. C. Hide conflicts of interest to avoid client concerns. D. Persuade clients to ignore conflicts of interest. Correct answer. B. Disclose conflicts of interest to clients and avoid actions that could compromise client interests. Explanation. Ethical standards for insurance agents in Arkansas require them to disclose any conflicts of interest to clients and refrain from actions that could compromise client interests. Prioritizing personal gain. 8. Hiding conflicts. C. Or persuading clients to ignore conflicts. D. Are unethical practices that undermine trust and regulatory compliance.